believe the stories. I swear I didn't. My name's Adam, and this is the last thing I'll ever say about what happened in Grimsworth. It's been 3 years since that Easter weekend. I still wake up with his laughter in my ears. I still feel his fucking breath on my neck. It started as a stupid video idea. You know, for our YouTube channel. Well, that doesn't matter anymore. We had just crossed 1 million subs. Ghost towns, abandoned asylums. We'd seen it all. But then Sarah brought up Grimsworth, some old mining town in the Appalachians where, supposedly, the entire population disappears every Easter. It sounded perfect, too perfect, like one of those cursed Reddit stories you read at 2 a.m. But this was real. We found records, missing persons, news clippings, a whole town that just vanished. So yeah, we packed up, me, Sarah, Josh, and Lex, and drove out there. That drive up the mountain, gloomy as hell, fog like thick milk, no birds, no fucking noise at all. We reached Grimsworth by dusk, and God, it was dead. Houses, shops, the school, all untouched but rotting, like the town had just stopped one day, like the town from Silent Hill. Josh was laughing, making jokes about cannibal hillbillies. Lex was filming B-roll. Sarah? She just kept staring at this rusted swing swaying in the wind, like it knew we were coming. We should have left then. First night we camped in the mayor's old house. Dust everywhere, smelled like mildew and copper. I couldn't sleep. There were whispers outside the window, but no wind, no trees rustling. Just whispers, like breath on broken glass. At 3:13 a.m., Josh screamed. We ran into his room. His camera was on, still recording. But Josh, he was gone. No blood, no signs of a struggle. Just one thing left on his bed. A tiny pink Easter egg, painted with swirl, and a fucking human tooth glued to it. We wanted to leave, but Lex's car, dead, completely fried. Not a single wire inside, just shredded metal and more eggs, crushed, rotten, buzzing with flies. Sarah lost it, screamed about how she told us that she felt something watching her since we arrived. And that's when I saw it, from the corner of my fucking eye. Something darted past the hallway, pale, tall, in a shredded bunny suit. Its ears were limp and filthy, its face, like a porcelain mask, cracked across the mouth. It stared at me from the stairwell, didn't move, didn't blink, just watched. We bolted, ran into the woods like idiots, like prey. That's when we found the shrine. Jesus Christ, there were people, hanging like puppets from trees, skinned, faces missing, tied with garlands and fake Easter grass. And under each body, another goddamn egg. One was moving, twitching like something was alive inside. Lex cracked it open. It was Josh's eye, still fucking blinking. Lex puked and ran. I didn't see where he went. Sarah and I just froze. I grabbed her hand and pulled her back toward the house, but the bunny man was already waiting. I heard a giggle, not a human one, high-pitched, hollow, like a child imitating a laugh but forgetting what joy feels like. Sarah screamed. He was on her in seconds, moved like a spider, fast, bone-snapping fast, clawed her across the face, tore it open like paper. Blood sprayed across the grass. I ran. God forgive me. I left her. I don't remember getting back to the house. I just remember locking the door and sobbing like a coward. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I looked at my palms and saw blood. Not mine. The lights flickered, then died. And then, the laugh. From behind me. Low at first, then louder, louder. A fucking crescendo of madness. I turned. He was in the hallway, not even trying to hide. His face, it wasn't a mask. It was stitched together human skin. Like some fucked up Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, only leaner, hungrier. His eyes were just black holes, endless, grinning, a patchwork of his victims, Sarah's lips, Josh's nose, someone else's scalp, and his eyes, empty sockets bleeding down his cheeks like mascara in a rainstorm. He lifted a finger to his lips and whispered, "Shh, it's Easter." I blacked out, woke up outside, alone, covered in ash and feathers. The town, gone, like it never existed. Police found me wandering the woods 2 days later, babbling, half naked, holding a cracked pink egg. Inside it, my own goddamn thumbnail. They said there was no evidence, no Grimsworth, no bunny man. They think I made it up. They think I'm insane. But he's still out there. Every Easter I get an egg at my door, every fucking year. I haven't opened one since 2020, but I hear the laugh. I feel it in my bones. He's waiting for me to break. And this year, he's gonna get what he wants. I used to work the night shift at Rosehaven Crematory. Small town, quiet place, Easter weekend. No one ever dies on Easter. At least that's what I fucking thought. That night it was raining. Hard. The streets were empty, but we had 2 bodies brought in. One was a heart attack victim. The other, a girl. Burned. Unrecognizable. No ID. They found her in the woods, charred, still warm. No one knew who lit the fire. I was alone. My boss had left early to be with his family. Said, "You got this, right?" I did. I mean, what could go wrong with a room full of dead people? 12:46 a.m. I was wheeling her to the chamber. The tray creaked. Her body was stiff, skin like tar paper. But something felt off. Her head turned. I swear to God, her fucking head turned. Just a twitch. A crack. But I saw it. I froze. Watched her mouth slowly open. No scream. Just the sound of wet breath. I should have run. Instead, like a dumbass, I slammed the hatch open and shoved her inside. I hit ignite. Flames roared. I backed away, heart pounding like a war drum. And then, a sound I will never forget. A scream. A child's scream. Not from pain. From fury. I turned. The chamber door was glowing red, shaking like something was kicking it from inside. Then, crack. The glass burst outward. A hand, blackened, skin peeling, fingernails melted, clawed out. She was crawling through the fire, eyes gone, skin melting, but alive. I screamed and ran, locked the hallway behind me. I thought it was over. I thought fire would stop her. But she kept coming. I hid in the embalming room, pulled the door shut. She was out there, breathing, wet, bubbling, like lungs filled with tar. And then I heard her speak. Not with her mouth. Inside my fucking head. "I'm cold. I need a body." Suddenly I couldn't move. I felt her in my veins, like my blood was freezing, like she was reaching inside me. I grabbed the embalming scissors, stabbed my leg, hard, snapped out of it. I ran for the boiler room. She followed, moving like smoke, gliding, her jaw hanging loose, cracked down the middle like a broken doll. I set the gas line to full and baited her in. She reached for me. Her hand touched my chest. It felt like ice and fire at once, like my body was being peeled from my bones. I hit the switch. Boom. Everything went up. I woke up in the hospital. Burns. Scars. No one believed me. They said the girl's body was never logged, never existed. But I know she's real, because every Easter since, I smell her. Burnt hair, charred flesh, wet ashes. And last night, a gift box on my porch. Inside it, her eyeballs, still warm, still blinking. Every Easter, she comes back, looking for someone warm, someone to climb inside. And next time, she might pick you. Remember those childhood days when your mother or grandmother would warn you not to answer a voice that calls your name at night. Even if it sounds like me, my grandma would whisper, "Don't look, don't speak, and never open the door." I used to laugh it off, just another spooky bedtime tale to keep us in bed. But that warning, that one eerie warning, has echoed in my bones. Ever since that night, I was 12. It was one of those endless summer breaks when the air smelled like grass, sunscreen, and your biggest worry was running out of juice boxes. My best friend, Lexi, lived right next door. Her house was our fortress, warm, wooden, creaky in all the right ways. Our parents? Oh, they were best friends too. Weekend warriors on motorcycles, always heading out on road trips and leaving Lexi and me with popcorn, Disney DVDs, and way too many ghost stories. That night, it was my turn to sleep over at her place. The air felt thick, still, but not peaceful, and the moon was too bright, like it was trying to hide something. We were in her room whispering about crushes, teasing each other, giggling. It smelled like cocoa butter and nail polish remover. Everything was normal. Until we saw the light. It came from the driveway, a blinding white light, cutting through the window, casting long, twisted shadows across the room. Then, pause. We heard them, motorcycles, gravel crunching. Lexi grinned. They must have forgotten something. But even as she said it, I felt a chill crawl down my spine. 3 knocks, hard, echoing. Then, hello. It sounded feminine, but there was something off, like it came through water or a broken tape. And then, the front door opened. That sound, it wasn't the wind, it wasn't imagination. It was real. Lexi's hand found mine, ice cold. We crept down the hall, every step louder than it should have been. The living room, empty. Kitchen, nothing. And the front door, it was wide open, just swinging, like someone had just passed through it. No parents, no bikes, no one. I whispered, "Lexi, I think someone came in." She didn't answer. I turned to her. She was staring. Down the hallway. Her parents' bedroom door was ajar, and it was moving, just slightly, like it was breathing. Lexi grabbed a flashlight, hands shaking. We stepped forward, and then we heard it. Lexi. It was her mother's voice, but her mother wasn't home. Lexi ran. I followed. We slammed the bedroom door behind us, panting, sweating, terrified. For a while, we just sat there, trying to tell ourselves it was nothing. Imagination. Lexi even laughed, a shaky, nervous laugh. I think we freaked ourselves out. And then, she reached for the bedroom door. She collapsed, her whole body just folded like a puppet with its strings cut. I dropped down, screaming her name. She was crying, trembling so violently it scared me. "Lexi, what is it? What do you see?" She lifted her hand and pointed to the hallway. I turned, and I saw it. A thing, not a person. A tall, flickering silhouette in the dark, right by her parents' room. Its head brushed the top of the door frame. It didn't move. It didn't need to. It watched us. And even though I couldn't see eyes, I felt them, burning through me. It shifted, changing. Woman, man, something else. We locked ourselves in, pushed her dresser against the door, and waited, all night long. The thing never came in, not that night. When our parents came back in the morning, they were confused, concerned, but we couldn't explain, not in a way that made sense. And maybe we wanted to believe it wasn't real. But then, it got worse. Lexi's house changed, rotting flower smells, lights flickering when everything was fine. Her little brother started talking to a woman in the closet, and once, he woke up with finger-shaped bruises. Her mom fell sick. Her dad started drinking again. Then one night, Lexi called me, crying. "It's here again," she whispered. "It keeps calling my name." I told her, "Don't answer. Don't speak to it." A few months later, they moved out, said they wanted to be closer to her grandma. But I know the truth. We know the truth. That night, something invited itself in. It used the voice of someone we loved because it knew we would listen. And even now, sometimes, I hear my name, softly. "Hey," from the hallway, but I never answer. And you shouldn't either. So the next time you hear your name in the dead of night, even if it sounds familiar, don't answer. Don't look. And whatever you do, don't open the door. If this story gave you chills, like the video, subscribe to Midnight Whispers. Share it with someone who thinks ghosts aren't real. And drop a comment if you've ever heard something you wish you hadn't.